Hello everybody and welcome to another product review by Watchful Studio. Today we're going to take a look at SBX65, the SU76 light self-propelled battery, an all-plastic kit containing 5 SU76s and retailing for $45. The front of the box shows the 5 Su-76s with the Soviet flag in the lower left-hand corner, letting you know which nation these tanks belong to. And in the lower right-hand corner, that late war logo, letting you know which time period of World War II these tanks belong in. Let's go right ahead and take a look at the back. As you can see on the back of the box, it lists the contents, 5 Su-76s, decal sheet, some data cards, as well as showing you the assembly instructions, making it easy for you to put together your tanks. Let's go right ahead and open the box, take a look inside. Everything you need to assemble your Su-76 is on one sprue, and this shows you the main body of the tank, along with the 2 sides, which includes the tracks, the main gun, the breech for the gun, part of the exhaust system, and the back walls of the crew compartment. This is a new kit coming out in 2020 and a great addition to the Soviet tank line, not to mention that you can field these in their own formation, making it very affordable to collect these tanks. Let's go right ahead and take a look at the crew. The box set comes with 2 crew members for each tank. They are in the soft plastic, relatively easy to clean. So let's go ahead and assemble one of these tanks and take a look at it once it's assembled. Here is an assembled version of the Su-76. There's really not a lot of options included in this kit. It pretty much goes together with all the pieces that are on the sprue. Your crewmen go into the back, and there is not a lot of room back there, so just be careful fitting them into your gun. And you may want to dry fit them in the compartment before your gun is completely dry, so that way you know that they will fit. The one area that is tricky to work with is on the right side of the vehicle. There's an exhaust that glues up over this part of the tank, and it's just a little tricky to work with and make sure it fits. But again, use plastic cement, and that way you can work with it without getting glue all over your tank. Relatively easy kit to put together. I think it'll be great to paint, and the nice thing is you can field Su-76s en masse as a formation, which I think would be an interesting Army choice. Can't wait to get this painted and into my Army. Taking a look at the Su-76 data card, it's a confident vehicle with a 4+ rating. Being open topped, it's not the type of vehicle you're going to want to assault with, hence the 6 counterattack. Does have a nice last stand with the Soviet special rule, not one step back, at a 3+. It is a trained vehicle, and it is also listed as aggressive with that 3+ to hit. It's a light vehicle with a 4 armor from the front, 1 on the sides and the rear, and a 0 on the top, mainly because it's open topped, of course. Movement values are pretty standard across the board, but it does have a nice 3+ cross rating, allowing you to move it in scenery without much difficulty. Looking at the main gun, has a 72-inch range for artillery bombardment, an anti-tank of a 2 with a 4+ rating, so not bad for digging out infantry and letting your Soviet infantry move forward in the assault. Direct fire, it's a 76mm gun, so it has that rate of fire of 2 at halted, moving down to a 1 when moving, with an anti-tank rating of a 9 and a 3+ firepower. Go right ahead and take a look at the points for each platoon. You can take a battery of these between 3 and 5 tanks at a pretty low cost of 13 points for 5 tanks. The ability of this platoon being able to fire bombardments, you may want to consider taking that 4 or 5 vehicles per platoon, just in case there's any casualties. You can still fire an effective bombardment. Overall, this would be an interesting addition to a Soviet army. But I think even more interesting would be fielding it as its own formation. There are other vehicles and anti-tank guns in the Soviet arsenal that are probably more effective than this vehicle. But again, taking it as its own formation is an interesting option. For a retail store, I would say carrying 1 box of these is not a bad idea. There'll be very few people that will probably field an Su-76 formation, but having this as a support option for infantry, such as the motor rifle rifle battalions is not a bad idea. Overall, these tanks are very easy to assemble. I would recommend painting the crew prior to putting them in the tanks. And as usual, the new plastic kits that Battlefront has to offer are really a joy to put together and paint. I hope you liked this video and this product review, so be sure to like, subscribe, don't forget to ring that bell, and as always, let's keep a watchful eye on the hobby. We'll see you again soon. Take care.